just remembered. Imagination is your creation. Well, if you remember something, perhaps basically from a general perspective, when you remember something, it's actually based on facts and figures. But imagination, that's your own creation. It's opinionated, so to speak. Thought of the day. I love this. You know, there's something unique about the thought of the day because we always get something interesting and creative at the same time. So we have this is a horse, right? Yeah, a horse. But then the guy decides, you know what? I'm not going to use them old chariots. No, I'm going to design this. So this is actually a van's, you know, the body of a car. So you set it up. So you are actually in your own car, but the engine is actually a what? A horse. Creativity, I tell you. Awesome. Thank you so much indeed for the photo of the day. We always appreciate, and thank you so much for sending them. So that's just about it. Of course, when we wind up, we will come back to our Do It Now series. You remember that? Perhaps there was a time you sat down and you said, I'm going to do it now. And because you decided to make that decision, it changed your life. We want to share that story with the rest of the people. You made a call that perhaps you told yourself, well, I will do it later on, but you decided I'll do it now. And that changed your life. Remember, you can always send that to 22422, and of course we will review some of those stories. Now, we want to focus on the medical world, but more so we want to focus on AMREF Flying Doctors. We've seen the promo, by the way. Welcome to the Power Breakfast Show. I'm talking to, the CEO, AMREF Flying Doctor, Dr. Bettina Vadera. Welcome to the Power Breakfast Show.
Thank you, Johnson.
Very well. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Good.
Great pleasure.
AMREF Flying Doctors. Tell us a bit about it.
Okay, I think we are not completely newcomers in this market. I think AMREF, as the overall organization and the owner of AMREF Flying Doctors, has been around since 1957. Would you believe it? That makes it 56 years.
Whoa.
Very long time. I started off as a flying doctor service. This is how they started off. Three doctors basically had this vision that they wanted to take medical care to the remote areas where people didn't really have the chance to have the same level of medical treatment like in the bigger cities. So they did this by the means of light aircraft, flew out, did specialized surgery, and also occasionally moved patients to a better medical facility. Out of that, in 56 years, existed the big organization AMREF, the international health organization that is involved in many, many areas of healthcare today, not only in Kenya, but in the entire East African region, South Africa as well, West Africa. And the Flying Doctor Service continued in all these years, grew, expanded, and 3 years ago, in 2011, the decision was made to incorporate that part of AMREF because it was different in so far that it was an income-generating service. People could request for evacuations, air evacuations, and pay for it. Corporates could make contracts with AMREF over the Flying Doctor Service. So it became something that where AMREF saw a lot of potential to set it up as a company, to be able to expand the evacuation program, and at the same time make the whole air evacuation, which is perceived to be very, very expensive, more affordable to a wide range of people. So this is really what AMREF Flying Doctors today specializes on in particular, to provide emergency air evacuation in medical emergencies to a wide range of people, and to support AMREF with the income it generates to do the humanitarian work that AMREF is meant to do.
Of course, you've been regarded as the largest, best-known air ambulance service in the region, African region, and of course there are a couple of slogans that have been used to describe you. You go where no one else goes, you care for the uncared, and of course you also partner with local communities. How far have you gone to the different parts of this particular country we're talking about in terms of making yourselves known?
Yeah, well, in terms of having been there and actually rescued, evacuated people all through the AMREF outreach program that takes doctors into the remote communities to continue carrying out their special services, I think the question would rather be, where have we not been?
So you've covered...
I mean, wherever there is a possibility to land an aircraft, and even from there, take the teams, by road then to wherever, the medical help is needed, whether in a context of medical outreach or emergency care, that's where we have been. And Kenya has close to 1,000 airstrips by now, so really many. So, there are many places where we can land, and as you can imagine, in 56 years, I would really say there's hardly a place in this country where we haven't been.
Right. So perhaps there's somebody watching and they're saying, how do I get your services? Perhaps you could advise somebody.
Yeah, I think this was really one of the key things that the incorporated AMREF Flying Doctors did. It launched a new product, and this product, we called it Maisha. Maisha as in life, saving life, making a difference to life. And in fact, I brought these cards here.
4 cards.
4 cards, exactly.
Right.
So Maisha is an annual air ambulance scheme that is basically available to anybody, to individuals, their families, small groups or corporates, and the product comes in different levels.
Let me take you back. You said everybody, and I'm thinking, my goodness, anytime you're talking about flight, air, it's for the rich man.
Well, this is what the challenge was.
Yeah.
Our vision was really to make air evacuation more affordable. Obviously, there's a huge expensive infrastructure behind rescuing somebody by air. So we had to get our finances, our mathematics right. But I think, if I can say that, for instance, a cover for entire Kenya, you can, if you are just 4 people, a group of 4 people, family of 4 people or so, you can get this card already for 1,800 shillings. This is Maisha Bronze.
Maisha Bronze. Okay.
It covers you for the whole of Kenya, and, at 1,800 shillings per year.
Per year.
I mean, if we would
for
go out
to
dinner tonight, we would probably pay amongst the two of us 3-4 times that much. So if you imagine that for 1,800 shillings, you get 2 free air evacuations in the whole of Kenya, plus 2 ground ambulances. So I think with that, you're pretty safe.
Absolutely.
So if you are suddenly upside down in a ditch between here and Mombasa, this is exactly what you can count on, because whilst you may have medical insurance and, according to the new constitution, everybody has the right to medical care, you first of all have to get to this place of medical care. And that is the crucial thing. If we look at the vast size of Kenya, how do you get there? Particularly if you're injured, if you can't just be taken by normal car. This is where we come in. This is where, we are a phone call away, an aircraft gets ready. We have just yesterday launched a new aircraft, because we're expanding our infrastructure to really make sure that we can meet people's demands. Of course, Maisha is growing very, very quickly, because it is a good product. We are already looking since the launch at close to 17,000 annual members already, just in this short time. So yes, Maisha is growing. Expectation is growing.
Absolutely.
So we need to scale up and make sure that we expand our infrastructure accordingly, so that we don't let people down, that we are there ready and available very, very quickly.
So that's Maisha Bronze. There's another one as well?
There is Maisha Silver. Maisha Silver then gives you a cover for Kenya, Tanzania, including Zanzibar.
How much is that?
That is, I think it's at... I don't have the range of the prices with me, but it's in the region, I think, of 3,000 at the lowest level. I don't want to give wrong information right now, but anybody who wants to have the prices, can call us either through our website, www.flydoc.org, or our telephone numbers. There's 699-2000 is a number, and get more information. So just get in contact with us. Our offices are at Wilson Airport. Anybody can walk in, get more information on the cover. We then have the next step up. That's the gold card. The gold card covers you not only for the 2 countries I mentioned, but then there's also Rwanda, Burundi, and Uganda included with that. So that already makes it quite a wide radius. And then the last one, the platinum, even includes a cover in Ethiopia and South Sudan. And as we know, a lot of people from here, they travel to these countries for business, for pleasure. Yes.
All right. So perhaps a final word as far as AMREF Flying Doctors is concerned, and of course the qualities, of the services that you offer as we wind up.
Yeah, I think we can be very proud that we are the only air evacuation service in this region that has professional accreditation, international accreditation as air ambulance, that sets the high standard that we are operating at. We won an award in 2011, an international award against American air ambulance providers, European air ambulance providers, for the high level of our service. And I think with these products now, we want to make sure that also Kenyans, really can enjoy this high level of service. So, this buys you time for your life, and I think there's no reason, of not joining Maisha and letting us come to your service, to your assistance when you need us.
Dr. Bettina Vadera, thank you so much indeed.
You.
All right, so that's just about it as far as AMREF Flying Doctors is concerned. Now, in a couple of minutes, we want to focus on population growth as far as this country is concerned, and the fact that the government also has been pushing the agenda of family planning, because we need to take care of the population if we are to also take care of the resources that we have. We're going to talk about that in a couple of minutes, so don't go away. We'll be right back.